Were you involved in a car accident and the insurance adjuster asked you to give a recorded statement? Well, check out this short video to learn when you should and when you should not give a recorded statement. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the LawFull channel. My name is Barry Zlotowicz and I'm a personal injury attorney. I get a lot of questions on this channel about insurance companies. If you have a question for me, put it in the comments section below. One of the questions I get asked all the time is, when dealing with an insurance company, should I give a recorded statement? Well, there are two situations when you probably should give a recorded statement. All the other videos you see are about when you should not. So let me tell you about those two situations right now. So a recorded statement is a tool that insurance companies like State Farm and Allstate use to get you on the record. They're going to ask you questions about the accident. They're going to ask you questions about your injuries. You may feel compelled to give a recorded statement because they have what you want, right? You want to get compensated for your damages and you want to get your car fixed as soon as possible. Sometimes it's a good idea and sometimes it's not. Make sure you stay till the end of the video because I'm going to tell you when you should not give a recorded statement to an insurance company. But the first situation when you should give a recorded statement is when you're dealing with your own insurance company. Let's say you get in an accident and your insurance company is State Farm Insurance. Well, it's a matter of contract law. When you signed your insurance policy, that's a contract, and you agreed to cooperate with State Farm in the event that you were involved in an accident. So if you refuse to give your own insurance company a recorded statement, or if you refuse to give them facts of the accident, location of your vehicle, documents about your accident, they may have the right via your insurance contract to deny your claim, and that's something you definitely want to avoid. So if you're dealing with your own insurance company, make sure you cooperate with them. Okay, having said that, I have one caveat for you, one warning, and that is the second you go after your own insurance for uninsured motorist or underinsured motorist coverage, your insurance company, that State Farm Insurance that you've had for 10 years, becomes the opponent. Believe it or not. Their goal in that situation is to pay you as little as they possibly can. So even if you are dealing with your own insurance company, you might want to keep in the back of your mind what you're saying, because they may try to use it against you too. Okay, the second situation when you're probably going to want to give a recorded statement is if you're involved in a small case, or maybe it's just a property damage case. Your goal is just to get your car fixed, and 9 out of 10 times it's going to work pretty smoothly. In that situation, the insurance adjuster is trying to use a recorded statement to establish liability. They interviewed their own insured. They've looked at the facts of the matter. Maybe it's a rear end accident, so the facts kind of speak for themselves, and they just want to get your side of the story. If you don't have any injuries and you're just trying to get your car fixed, it's probably okay to give them a recorded statement. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, there is a third situation where I have actually allowed my clients to give a recorded statement in the past. Let's say that you have a case and there are small injuries. A back sprain, a back strain, but there's something funny about the case, and the insurance adjuster is really having a hard time establishing liability. What your lawyer told them doesn't exactly jive with what their insured told them about the facts of the accident. It happens all the time. Insureds often don't tell the exact truth to their insurance company because they're afraid of their rates going up. So in that situation, when it's a really small case, minor injuries, minor medical bills, you may want to give a recorded statement as well. Okay, here's a little added bonus for you. For those of you who are going to give a recorded statement, let me give you a couple tips. The first tip is be simple and be straightforward. Don't go on and on with your answers. Just answer the question that they ask you. A lot of times people get in a recorded statement or in a deposition or you go to trial and they'll just talk. They'll just go on and on thinking it's helping their case when in reality it's not. Second, plan out ahead of time what you're going to say. The insurance adjuster is using that recorded statement to get you on the record so they can use what you say potentially against you. So for example, if you were driving at a 35-mile-an-hour zone and you say to the adjuster, well, I was going 50, well, right then you have admitted that you may have been contributory negligent to that accident. So think about what you're going to say and maybe speak in generalizations as opposed to being specific. I was going around 35 miles an hour. The less specific you can be and the more planned out you can be, the better. Now, I'm not saying lie to the insurance company. Lying's going to get you nowhere. And if they catch you lying, they're going to deny your claim. I'm just saying be prepared for whatever you're going to be asked. Also, don't guess at an answer. If you don't know how fast you were going, say that. Don't say, I think I was going 50 miles an hour. Don't ever guess. Stick to what you know. That's all the insurance adjuster can expect from you. Not speculation, not guesstimations, just the facts. Finally, if you can, try to limit the scope of the recorded statement ahead of time. Let's say you suffered minor injuries in the accident. Tell the adjuster you'll give a recorded statement, but you only want to talk about the facts of the accident. Or perhaps you'll just tell them specifically what your injuries are. But beware, if you give a recorded statement and you tell the adjuster, my head hurts, my back hurts, my neck hurts, and then the next day your shoulder starts to hurt. Well, you didn't tell the adjuster about your shoulder, and 9 months later, when you try to recover for the pain and medical expenses that you went through to get your shoulder fixed, they're going to use that against you. So if you can limit the scope of the recorded statement ahead of time, it'll benefit you. Okay, I told you at the start of this video that I was going to tell you when you should not give a recorded statement. And here's my answer. All other circumstances, do not give a recorded statement. The insurance company is trying to get you on the record so they can use what you say against you in the future. If you have serious injuries, talk to an attorney. Giving a recorded statement can only hurt you. It cannot help you. So in all other circumstances, other than the few minor circumstances that I mentioned above, do not give a recorded statement to an insurance company. Most of the time, the insurance company doesn't need your statement really to figure out who's responsible for an accident. I mean, do they need to talk to you if you were rear-ended? Or if you were T-boned? Or if the guy made a U-turn in front of you? Chances are they don't need your testimony on the record. The reality is that a recorded statement is a trick that insurance companies use. They know the system. They know that if they can get you on the record now and you admit that you were speeding or that you didn't suffer that severe of injuries, or you don't mention an injury, that they can deny or diminish your claim later on. Don't fall for it. Do not give a recorded statement to an insurance company. And if you are contemplating it, please reach out to me. Contact a personal injury attorney to get their thoughts about it. I almost guarantee you that every personal injury attorney is going to tell you the same thing that I am. All right, were you asked to give a recorded statement? And did you give one? How did it go for you? Did the insurance company bring it up later on when you were trying to recover compensation for your injuries? Tell us about it in the comment section below. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out this short video on recorded statements. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. And if you have any comments or questions or you need any help, please reach out to me. If I can't help you, I'll try and find someone who can.